with the next chapter of Expect the Unexpected by Arctic Vulpix, as always. So, we're on chapter 49. Let's just get right on into this, I guess. So, not much to say. So, if you want to follow along, the link to the chapter will be in the description below, as always. So, let's get started. Chapter 49 Break In. Hedy frowned when she got to her front door, her angry thoughts for the night stealing as she stared at the door. It was unlocked. Why was it unlocked? She cautiously pushed it open. It creaked softly as it swung inward. Hedy pursed her lips into a thin line as she pulled out her cell phone and placed it on her lap. It was probably nothing. One of her roommates probably just forgot. Still, better safe than sorry. Sarah? Rena? You guys home already? It wasn't likely. True, neither of them had classes that day, but they were probably out shopping or meeting with their boyfriends or something. One of them was probably in a hurry and left without remembering to lock up. Nothing seemed out of place until she entered. The sounds of some movie drifted to her. Entering the lounge slowly, the last thing she expected greeted her. Ruby was sprawled on the couch watching the movie, popcorn on the floor next to her, and a glitter bomb in her hands that she was working awkwardly on with her casted arm. He stared at Ruby for a long moment, her mouth slightly agape. Am I dreaming? Or knocked out? Because I'm pretty sure I've had this nightmare before, she finally said aloud. Ruby threw her that insufferable smirk that screamed, This is just the reaction I wanted, and I'm enjoying it, before setting the glitter bomb on the coffee table. Hey, Hedy! Geez, you took forever to get back. I was running out of places to booby trap. And those two that got caught in the net are starting to annoy me. She kicked her boots up on the couch, smirk widening. Oh my god. Hedy suddenly paused and her eyes darkened dangerously. You better not have gone in the garage. She eyed the glitter bomb. In the back of her mind, Hedy realized that she should have been more concerned about her friends slash roommates than her workshop. But honestly, she knew Ruby wouldn't actually hurt them. Right? Your garage? That place with all the wonderfully complex and expensive-looking machinery? Ruby asked innocently. Now why would I, a teenager with a history of making mechanical pranks and disrespecting other people's property, as well as privacy, go in there? Her smile was wide, but her eyes were clearly daring Hedy to call her out on it. She was starting to enjoy her confrontations with the mechanic. She picked the bomb up again and started absently tossing it up and down as she ate some more popcorn. Hedy looked like she wanted to strangle the teenager. Oh, you are so dead, she said matter-of-factly. Do you expect me to kick you out? Because you, little Miss Psycho, are not leaving this house until you clean up everything. She pointed above her head without even looking up, starting with whatever's in the bucket hanging over my head. Ruby just grinned wider. Aw, you want me around? I'm so flattered, Hedy. And here I thought you didn't like me. And good professional vision. The blonde didn't see it. She stretched out on the couch like a cat. At least I got someone with it. Suddenly, voices came from the bathroom. Hedy, is that you? Call the cops. She's psychotic. Get us down from here. I'm getting sick of being stuck in that net. Ruby rolled her eyes. Their faults for filming for the old tripwire net trap, she muttered. I strayed to the movie Witch. That wasn't even one of theirs. She'd brought some horror movie with her. He resisted the urge to facepalm and huff as an obnoxious scream came from the television. She refused to look at it. She could understand why other people thought them entertaining, but she always found them somewhat painful. They didn't scare her, she just had an intense dislike towards them. Bad memories and whatnot. She had a certain recurring nightmare for days afterwards. They haven't been working a night shift with you for the past couple of weeks, Hedy pointed out. She reached down, disconnected the tripwire before lowering the bucket down, while ignoring the yelling from the other side of the house. The sludgy brown chocolate pudding sloshed around slowly. What did she use on Sarah? You gonna let them out, or what? Ruby snorted. Not even the bots fall for that trick. I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts. Ooh, it's the chainsaw part. This is the best part of the movie. She sat up, eyes fixed on a rather disturbing scene in the movie. There was no way this movie was for under 18. How'd she get it? Strangely enough, as he set the bucket on the floor, she didn't see any mess from it hitting Sarah. Did she clean it up already just to try and get her next? At least it didn't stain the floor or whatever it was. She cringed as Ruby excitedly turned the volume up. She could tell the screaming from the movie was fake. Still, it was familiar. What are you doing here? How did you get in? She groaned. She might as well focus on one of two distracting things in the room. Don't scratch that last one. I think I know how. How do you know where I live? I feel offended that you don't already believe that I can pick locks. Ruby scoffed. And bonus, got to do it twice in one day. Your lock was harder than the manager's, though. You keep it in good condition. Anyway, also got some awesome blackmail, so you handed over your address, and here I am. Geez, that was a long walk. Why do you live so far away? Hedy really hoped that she hadn't had too much sugar already. Ruby shifted so that she wasn't leaning her cast as another violent scene started on screen. They make good fake blood, she mumbled. She looked back at the mechanic after a moment. As to why I'm here, yes. She smirked at her again. He scoffed as she rolled the rest of the way into the room. You walked? Hedy asked incredulously. She shook her head. Look, I just needed some time to think. I didn't expect you to care if I came back or not. Bree groaned, pulling one boot off to massage her foot. The whole way, she muttered. Anyway, it's because the toys are sulking all over the place. And I like two of them now, so that bothers me. Sure, Toby's a jerk, but Nagel hasn't come out from under the stage, and Teddy's been snapping at everyone. She looked up at Hedy, gaze steady. Why are they suffering if it wasn't their fault? She asked. You don't understand, he said, her voice hesitant and a little sad. Don't think I'm trying to punish any of them, not even Toby. Bree raised an eyebrow. They're like insecure teenagers and you left without telling them that? She asked a little heatedly. You could have just said that you needed some space and we'll tell them your decision later. Instead, they think you might never come back. I know, I should have said something, he admitted. But all I could think about was that I needed to get out there. I didn't want them to see me lose it, I guess. Her lips twitched. Want to know something strange? Ruby cocked her head to the side, looking curious. I'm gonna make a terrible mom, if ever. You're right about them, being children, that is. Teenagers. And no one said it out loud, and it's weird to think about, but I have kind of been their only parent figure besides Puppet. He scoffed harshly at herself. Murder, betrayal, weakness, and abandonment. Some examples we've set. Bree rolled her eyes. You'd only be a bad example of you if you didn't try to fix it, she shrugged. He sighed through her nose. What have I fixed, Ruby? Mangel's still fragile and can't speak, but she wants to tell stories so badly. She has dozens running through her head, but can't even write them down properly to share with us. Toby can't tell right from wrong, but he wishes he could so that the kids would like him more. Balloon Boy can't read even though he wants to. Then maybe everyone would stop thinking that he's stupid. She has memory problems that make it hard for her to remember how to cook, and she's insecure about it. Teddy wants to take care of his team, his family, but he's not sure how. The rules are the only guidelines he's had for so long. That and Puppet. Speaking of, as horrible a creature as he is, I can see he's scared of something. Something to do with night guards, obviously. But he never talks. He'll never trust anyone. I'm trying my best, but I'm not sure how much more I can take. Only that my uncle and others have been hurt doing their own best doesn't help. Ruby turned her full attention to the older girl now, a softer light having entered her eyes. Can't see the wood for the trees. I didn't mean fixed as in you're completely fixed idea. You've done more than you think. The things I've heard from the bots about them, They've changed before they got here. They're more bearable. Megal's not trying to kill me after all, and I've made truce with Teddy. Sure, the rabbit and the chicken are stubborn, but you're getting there. It won't just sort itself out, oh, after a few attempts. You've got to keep pushing, and sure, there will be setbacks, but you'll get there in the end. She sounded like she was talking from experience. It's not the end result that you should be focusing on, it's the process. He looked down, a tiny smile on her face. You know, this isn't the next conversation I expect to have with you. The screaming in the background is ruining the mood a bit. She just the movie, then towards the direction of her roommate shouting. Ree shrugged and grinned. Yeah, but I don't think that you would appreciate me tasering your roommate. She smirked, eyes drifting back to the TV. After a moment, she looked back at her. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I'm not the type to demand answers, so I guess I'll leave you to find all the traps. Have fun. I've got to get back before Alice starts freaking out. She stood up and grabbed her glitter bomb and popcorn and stopped the movie. Whoa! Did you not even hear the part about you not leaving until you clean up? He said sternly. Call Alice and tell her you're staying for a little while longer, and if you get in trouble for that, then I'll explain. I'll let you keep 5 traps up, but only that, and the garage, attic, and basement are off limits. We have too many important things in our workshops. She looked Ruby in the eye, dead serious. Ruby groaned at her, actually looking like an ordinary teenager for a brief second. I left my phone at the pizzeria by accident, she said as she dumped the popcorn back on the table. I was a little high on pain meds again. She stretched and winced slightly as she pulled on her broken arm. And I didn't make a mess. The mess in the bathroom is all because of your roommate swinging the nets around. There's like 6 traps now that you took that one down, and those 2 set that one off. I started feeling lightheaded after that many, so I settled on the movie. You can use my phone. Any traps in the workshop? No, miss, huh? Hedy made a pointed look towards the popcorn spilled on the floor beside the couch. Ruby rolled her eyes at the look and actually picked it up to Hedy's surprise. Nah, I don't booby trap other people's workstation. I'd kill if anyone did that to mine. She held her hand out absently for the phone as she put the popcorn back into the bucket. He handed it to her. Good. Also, I should probably point out that Sarah and Rena are probably almost out by now. Rena keeps a pocket knife. There was a loud crash from the bathroom, followed by a lot of colorful cursing. Ruby grinned. Not bad then. She didn't seem bothered as she dialed a number on the phone. Hey, Alice. A frantic female voice exploded out of the phone, and Ruby had to hold it away from her ear until someone else got it away from her. Oh, hey, Clint. Yeah, I'm fine. Went somewhere. Left my phone at work. Uh-huh. Yep. I know. Sure. I will. She ended the conversation and handed the phone back to Hedy. Thanks. She's looking at the bathroom now, excitedly waiting for them to exit, covered in who knew what. Where's that little... An angry voice said as the 2 other girls in the house ran to the corner. Wait, Rena? The second voice cut herself off. Hedy, did the Tighebo get you too? Ugh, my hair. They came into view, and Hedy's eyes widened as she tried not to choke on her laughter. It looked like they were covered in a combination of chocolate and cream. There were also rainbow sprinkles all over them. Ruby had no such reservations about laughing and collapsed back on the couch, trying to drag air in between laughs. He snorted and her friend snapped around to look at her. Aw, no fair. The blonde pouted and glared at Hedy. How come she didn't get you? She was cringing at the stickiness of every movement. The black girl crossed her arms and focused on Ruby as a drop of cream fell from her nose. Who are you, and what the heck are you still doing here? Ruby finally managed to get some words past her laughter. Talk to Hedy cupboard, she gasped. After a few minutes, she regained control and only giggled now and then. If you wanted me to clean up, make sure I didn't booby trap anything important, she shrugged. And she didn't fall for the kind of obvious prank. Name's Ruby. Rita shut her mouth and turned to Hedy. Needs? Her work, Hedy said. She has a couple of planks to clean up, and she's helping with the bathroom. Oh, Sarah said. That Ruby. Ruby looked pretty proud to be recognized. I said it wasn't my fault, though, she pouted. I told them to stop swinging the net, and they didn't. I knocked everything over. The chocolate is made so sticky so that it doesn't drip. I'll clean up a couple pranks, though. Maybe the microwave one is too mean. Thank you, Hedy said. She had smirked at her roommates. While she's doing that, who wants to shower first? Out of my way, Sarah yelled as she and Rena responded on their heels to make a run for it. Rena turned too fast and hit the ground as Sarah jumped over her with little regard. Sorry, I have a date tonight, she shouted. Rena groaned without lifting her face from the floor. She's going to be there for hours. Then she could clean it up by herself, Hedy shrugged. Ugh, we're going to use the water hose outside. She hushed to Ruby. Hey kid, want to help? Ruby was looking at the bathroom with an odd expression. Sure, but should I take the goop bomb out of the shower first? She asked innocently. Oh, and I got soap that gets it out of your hair faster. She held up the soap to Rena. Rena opened her mouth to respond, but right on cue there was an explosion and a furious scream from the other side of the house. Hedy couldn't take it anymore and burst out laughing. Now Sarah knew the pain she had laughed at Hedy for back in the day. Ruby snickered madly, grabbed Rena's arm. I think the hose is your better option, she admitted. By the time they got the bathroom and the roommates clean, it was growing dark outside. Ruby shoved her things into her bag awkwardly with one arm. Well, I'd better head out. She was still grinning at the fears for Sarah. See you tonight, Hedy said. She was just going to have to deal with the memories like she always did. Wouldn't it be better if you stayed and let Hedy drive you? Sarah asked as she sharply combed out her hair, still glaring at Ruby from the corner of her eye. She really did have a date that night, apparently. She had a nice dress on and everything. Ruby visibly flinched at that suggestion, and her tone was a little shakier than usual when she answered. Nah, I don't do vehicles. She shrugged, this time uncomfortable, and didn't look at them. I'll be fine. The walk's only like 2 hours. I've walked the night before. If anyone tries something, I'll just take to them. Here, Hedy said, handing Ruby her phone again, just in case. She nodded, a slightly distant look in her eyes. With that, the teenager headed out the door, throwing her usual smirk and a remark about finding the remaining traps over her shoulder. They waited a moment till they were sure she was gone before turning on Hedy. Why did you let her keep some of those pranks up? I'm afraid to get in my bed now. Rena scowled and crossed her arms. Hedy smiled softly and took a minute to reply. She put pranks up in places where she wants to feel safe, where she wants a piece of home. I didn't have the heart to take that away. In the end, she's still a kid after all. And that's the end of chapter 49. I felt like it was a little longer than the other chapters, so that was nice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go leave a review. You don't have to have an account. It just means the author can't respond. So go. We're done here. Be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Friday and Saturday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with the next chapter of A Treasure Discovery.